Hey everybody, here is the Grumpy Scotsman to do another watch review. And what we have today is the mighty and powerful SEIKO Shogun. This is a very early example. This is the SBDC007. And it is nothing short of an absolutely awesome watch from SEIKO. I have wore this watch. I wore this watch steady years and years ago for about a year and a half, 2 years. And so I bought this in 2010, 2011. Yeah, and I wore it the moment it came in. I threw it on the wrist and I wore it steady for about a year and a half, 2 years. And it never let me down, not 1 second. It never lost tons of time or gained. It was always accurate. I beat the ever-living heck out of it because I wore it for work. And so typically when I wear watches, I never take them off. They're a part of my body. And so I wear them in the shower or bath and swimming and working. And yeah, so it holds up very well. And this has the coating on there. What is it called again? It's Dia? No. What is it called? Let me see here quick. I will figure it out. So this is a titanium case as well. No, I can't find it. You guys know what I'm talking about anyways. Yeah, it's a coating that they put on the surface of the watch to prevent extreme wear and tear and scratching. I mean, it will scratch, but it just takes a lot longer. Nice bezel action on here. No back play after all those years. And so I will go over the dimensions with you. And the Lumibrite on here is pretty intense. Once it's charged up, oh, that's off. I'm going to have commentary about that. The pip is off, the 12. Whatever. I'll really piss people off. I'll put it right there. Has a screw-down crown, a signed screw-down crown. It has the lug holes there, so you can pop it out easy. I don't know if the newer second generation models have it, but I always appreciate it when you can just access it from the side. Aesthetically, it doesn't bother me. It has a really thin titanium bracelet. You can see how thin it is there. And they're just push pins, which is extremely sturdy and incredible. Never had any issues with them. The links on here are pretty chunky, and I'll be honest, they're hair pullers. They pull hair like crazy. Has a screw-down case backing on there with a tsunami wave. I bought this directly from Japan, so I have the old school box with it, 200 meters water resistant. And you can see all the beautiful angles on the Shogun here. The way they scallop and have all their angles jutting out and polished. Like, it's polished on the top here, brushed on the sides. Oh, Such a gorgeous watch. I just love this model. They really hit it out of the park with this one. Solid end links, but I mean, like, what watches anymore don't have solid end links? I don't even know why reviewers say that. It's like, it should be expected anymore, unless it's a like AliExpress kind of piece of garbage watch. And even those models aren't pieces of garbage. They're actually really nice. Yeah, this watch. Oh, so I wore it for 2 years and I loved it. And this is one of the few models that I've had in my collection where I've received a lot of praise about it. Like, oh, what are you wearing? You know? And so it's kind of fun to be like, oh, this is, you know, a SEIKO model, one of their divers. This is the older model where they don't have the Prospex logo on the dial, which I much prefer. I don't mind the logo so much, but I also prefer it when a dial has a minimalist approach to it, because it makes it, in my opinion, more legible. And so as you can see here, you have your automatic writing, scuba, and 200 meters water resistant on there. You have the applied indices there. And under macro, they actually stand up really well. They're good. They're not all crazy looking and disproportionate. Sometimes when they put the lume inside of those chrome raised indices, they can be off center. And I find that SEIKO actually does a pretty good job of applying it. One knock against this watch and against a lot of different things that SEIKO brought out in their earlier years, as in like in the early 2000s up to like 2015, is the damn hardlex crystal. Like, that's actually why I stopped wearing this watch, is because I don't know if you can see it in the video here, but the hardlex crystal was marred and scratched and dinged to the point where it was making the legibility of reading the time annoying, and it stole away the beautiful aesthetics of the dial, because you had this disgusting marring all over it. Now I know that hardlex is quite a bit less, it's more shatter resistant than sapphire crystal, but like, no one's really wearing these diving. Let's be honest. We're all wearing and collecting these and desk diving. That's all they're really doing. They're on land mostly. They're not in the water. So I get the I get the whole reasoning behind the hardlex crystal for scuba diving, but it is brutal to have a watch of this caliber having a totally scuffed up and damaged crystal. So rather than selling this model, I bought a second titanium bracelet for it. This is straight from SEIKO. The other one is like scratched to hell. It's still fine and I can wear it, but it's really rough looking. And I decided to keep it and just throw it in a drawer. And here a little while ago, when I decided that I was going to start doing watch reviews again, I made the decision to order a sapphire crystal, and I'm going to put a sapphire crystal on here and then start wearing it again. This particular one, it doesn't look so bad because I actually polished for hours and hours. I polished the crystal, but I still couldn't get it all out. And that's why I decided I was just going to get a sapphire for it. So I know the new models have sapphire crystal. They're quite a bit more expensive than when I purchased this one. But with that being said, their bezel looks like garbage in my opinion on the second generation. It's weird. It's metallic looking. Like, I love this bezel. This is nice. So it's like you gain the sapphire crystal, but you lose in the aesthetics of the bezel. So it's just a really bad give and take there. They have the white dial version of this as well. They have the orange Shogun. What else do they have? Oh, they have the Zinbe Shogun, the limited edition one, which it's questionable. It's not my cup of tea, but it looks cool enough. I wouldn't personally wear it, but it's really neat. And then they also have the Zinbe Red, which is pretty cool looking actually, that particular one. I'm not a fan of the color red, but it's neat. It would be neat just to have it as a collectible piece. And then their second generation, they have a black and white one. So it's very cool. That's all I really have to say. Like, this watch is held up really well. It's told amazing time. I've not got it serviced yet. There's really no need yet. There's so many things that are just awesome about it. It's the 6R15 movement, so you got your in-house movement in here as well. The handset on here is impeccable in my personal opinion. I love the monster hand on here. The monster anchor hour hand. Not much to say against it, that's for sure. And the other thing I was going to say was, if you look right up here, the way the case is on here is so unique. So if you were to take the solid end link off, it has this polished piece here that fits into. I've never really seen another watch do that. It's rather unique. I dig it. I just love the case on here. Just the angles of it, how it's scalloped, sloped, brushed. And then, like, if you were to look at it from this angle, it has a little bit down here on the underside of the belly, just to bring it in for wearability, almost like the turtle, kind of. Well, there you are, folks. I hope you enjoyed this review and my ramblings. The next watch review is going to be a non-SEIKO model, and another one that I actually personally wore for quite a while. So cheers, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video and spend this time with me.